Us, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning that is going to continue until 11:15. You'll also notice it looks like a healthy little storm has now started to show up across portions of Oldham County as well, right along Interstate 71. So certainly one that bears close watching for you as that storm continues to move on through. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit tighter here, show you exactly where that storm is right now into the Highview area. This is moving right on top of Newburgh. So if you are just joining us here and you are seeing all of that lightning, that of course is why it is absolutely pouring here. I'm going to take the lightning off here and I'm going to take off the warning so we can get you in a little bit tighter here. Talk a little bit about some of those towns that are currently being affected by this storm that is putting down a ton of very healthy rain. This is in the Highview area. In Smyrna, you are most likely seeing some hail here right near Okolona, moving right along Fern Valley Road, also into the Jeffersontown area near Chenoweth Run Road, right along Hurstbourne as well. The Gene Snyder, a little bit closer over near Billtown, you're also picking up very heavy rainfall. We're picking up some heavy rainfall into Middletown and Douglas Hills, as well as into the Hurstbourne area. Bon Air Estates, this has now cleared your area. If you're in the downtown area, this particular storm has moved through, so you should be, for the most part, just fine. This is the strongest part of the storm, moving across areas of Fern Creek, back through Highview, back into Newburgh, moving right through Okolona. Okolona, you're going to be clear in the next couple of minutes of this particular storm, but it's moving right along Bardstown Road. You can see that here. Also, right along Taylorsville Road into the Hurstbourne area. Now, you're not part of the warning up across areas of Rolling Hills over into the Springhurst area. You're most likely seeing some pockets of pretty healthy rain, though. This is the area that we're most concerned about, the potential of seeing some strong winds, maybe some hail as well. So that storm's going to continue to make its east-southeastward progression, moving at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. You know, if you stepped outside this morning, you could feel the humidity in the air. We had dew points in the lower 70s. We had talked about this yesterday with Matt Milosevic and Jay Cardosi, the potential to see some strong to severe storms as we made our way throughout the morning hours. And in fact, we're continuing to see this strong storm moving through areas of Fern Creek, Highview, Glen Mary. This is going to be heading into the Fisherville area in the next couple of minutes. Let me paint on that watch box here. Now for our friends in Bullitt County into the Hillview area, you're starting to see some pockets of heavy rainfall right along Interstate 65 into Thixton as well. Seeing that very heavy rainfall here this morning. Now, when we take a look at kind of the wider perspective here, what you'll notice is that we are only seeing that one warning at this time, and that does continue for Bullitt and Jefferson County until 11:15. I'm going to go ahead and check out and see if we've got any storm reports here. It looks like we've had some reports of dime-sized hail right near Newburgh Road. We've also had some reports of some power interruptions because of some lightning strikes. That does not really surprise me, considering just how much lightning we're seeing with this particular storm. Friends, if you are in Fern Creek, it is noisy, it is loud. I would not be surprised if we had some power outages. Look at all of the lightning involved in that storm right here. It is absolutely pouring, and we are seeing just torrential downpours at this time. I'm going to try to pull up one of our cameras that's a little bit closer over to Smyrna Parkway and see if we can give you some ground truth here, show you what's going on with a live look. Not all of our cameras are showing up right now, I suspect because of that very, very heavy rainfall that we're seeing. So some of them are not showing up from our Trimark system here. But the bottom line is we're continuing to see just absolutely torrential downpours. Okay, so I've been able to pull up one of our cameras that's a little bit closer over to the Gene Snyder and Smyrna Parkway. Guys, you can't even see the interstate here. This just gives you an indication of how heavily it is raining here this morning. So this is where you would normally be able to see the interstate here. You can sort of see some of the headlights. But again, this is a live look at the Gene Snyder here over by Smyrna Parkway, right where that storm is. is, and we are seeing perhaps some of that very heavy rainfall here. It looks like the camera may have actually just frozen. So as I mentioned, that doesn't really surprise me because this is a very, very powerful storm that we're watching with a ton of lightning here. And as that storm collapses, that's why we're concerned about the potential that we could see some very strong wind gusts. Let me get you into Bullitt County, Pioneer Village, right here along Interstate 65, along Preston Highway near Bells Mill Road. We're seeing very, very heavy rainfall here. I wouldn't be surprised if we were also picking up a touch of hail here as well. So please be mindful of that. Very hefty rainfall here, maybe some gusty winds. Right into Glen Mary, right along Bardstown Road. The Gene Snyder and Bardstown Road, you are in the thick of it right now. The good news is these storms are moving relatively quickly, so they should clear the area hopefully within the next several minutes and give you a little bit of a break. I know it's a bumpy start to the day. If you are in the northern sections of Jefferson County, if you're in the downtown area, for our friends across areas of western Jefferson County, I think you're fine at this point. This is the part of the storm that we're watching most closely. Again, for our friends in Fern Creek, right along the Gene Snyder Bardstown Road. This is a very active storm moving right along the Gene Snyder, right near Billtown Road as well, over into the Jeffersontown area, right along Taylorsville Road. You're also seeing some of the action here. So it is now cleared some of our areas right along the Waterston. So basically, if you're at the Waterston and 65, the storm has now cleared your area. Now, if you're farther down to the south, right along that Bullitt County, Jefferson County line, you are most likely seeing a ton of very heavy rainfall, and you're probably hearing quite a bit of lightning, quite a bit of thunder as well. So we're watching this storm moving across areas of Fern Creek. This is really across portions of far eastern Jefferson County into southeastern sections of Jefferson County. The farther north you are, if you're in Springhurst, let's say Prospect, over into Northfield, I think you're just fine. You're probably hearing quite a bit of thunder. Now, farther up to the north for our friends over in Pewee Valley, over into Crestwood, you're not part of the warning, but you are most likely hearing quite a bit of thunder here. And then you'll notice into portions of Spencer County, just some heavy rainfall for you. This is where that warning is. It's the only warning that we currently have. It goes for about another 8 minutes as that storm continues to push off to the east-southeast at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. So I'm going to track this storm, get you in a little bit closer, show you exactly what's happening here. We haven't had any reports of any damage at this time, with the exception of some power outages for Floyd County. In the metro, as of right now, we have not had any damage reports, but of course we will continue to keep you posted if that changes. So let's get you in a little bit closer here, show you what's happening with our WLKY Doppler radar. And you'll notice this is right on top of Fern Creek right now, Glen Mary, Thixton, heading over into Whitfield in the next couple of minutes. Very heavy rainfall for our friends in southern sections of Jefferson County and northern sections of Bullitt County. Let's go ahead and take a look, and it looks like some hail showing up here this morning right along the Highview area. 1-inch hail there, over into areas of Hillview. You most likely saw about ½ inch hail there. Into Jeffersontown, maybe a ½ inch hail for you as well. So some very gusty winds perhaps, and very healthy rain showing up here this morning over into areas of Taylorsville Road into the Jeffersontown area, right along the Gene Snyder here this morning. Seatonville, you're also kind of in the thick of it. I suspect the strongest part of the storm that we're currently seeing is right on top of areas of Glen Mary, right near Thixton, right along Bardstown Road. If you're in that area and you're able to, go ahead and send us a quick email. Let us know what you're seeing in that area. If you can, do safely. We always appreciate your sending in your storm reports. It's always really appreciated. You can see this is the hail tracker, and this storm has put down some hail across areas of Okolona, back through Highview into Glen Mary, Thixton. This is really the strongest part of that storm. We were tracking that earlier as it was moving over Okolona. with quite a bit of hail there as well. So as we take a look at the big picture here, the only warning that we have right now, it does continue until 11:15 here this morning. So we'll continue to watch for that as it continues to move through the WLKY viewing area. So they are going to continue, it looks like, this warning as it continues to move through areas of Spencer County as well as moving throughout sections of Bullitt County. So what they've decided to do is extend that warning basically from the metro here and down across areas of Bullitt County, then moving it into sections of Spencer County here, and then perhaps as far south as portions of Nelson County. So they're going to extend that warning most likely for the potential of some strong winds if we're going to be dealing with some of those powerful winds moving through. And obviously we have a flood concern as well. Although the storms are moving relatively quickly, just bear in mind if you're going to go run some errands or anything like that, hold off a little bit. Let the storm move through your area, and we're going to continue to monitor for this. So let's go ahead and get you in a little bit closer here. I know I have a ton of towns painted on here, but that's just so you can know exactly where that storm is headed. It's right on top of Fern Creek in the Sportsman Club area. It's right near Whitfield. This is heading into Crenshaw, Waterford in the next couple of minutes. Mount Washington, you know, we were tracking this storm earlier, showing you that it was going to be in this area, and they have decided to continue with that severe thunderstorm warning here this morning for the potential of some strong winds gusting up to about 60 miles per hour. And the potential of quarter-size hail. So again, if you're able to let us know what's happening, it looks like we have had some damage reports now from areas of West Breckenridge with some power line damage done there as well. So again, we'll be continuing to watch for this storm as it continues to move on through. But the bottom line is some strong wind gusts are possible with this particular storm as it moves on through. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning that continues for the metro until 11:15 this morning, and they have extended that warning as well a little bit farther down to the south now, including areas of Nelson County, including more of Bullitt County as well. So because I want to track this storm, I'm going to actually take the warnings off here so you can see it a little bit more clearly and show you exactly where this storm is headed. So again, it's moving at about 30 miles per hour. So let's go ahead and show you where this storm is going in the next couple of minutes. I know a lot of people like to head out to Taylorsville Lake for a little boating. Again, hold off for a little bit because we got to get this big area of shower and thunderstorm activity through your region. So this is going to be into the Waterford area at about 11:19, Highgrove at about 11:25, over near Taylorsville at around 11:26, near Olive Branch at about 11:29. Little Mount at about 11:30, and right near Taylorsville Lake at about 11:33. So this storm is continuing to push off to the south and to the southeast at about 30 miles per hour. So I want to just let you know, if you're in the metro, let's say if you're in the Lynnview area, South Parkland, western areas of Jefferson County, Valley Station, you're clear of this particular storm here. So this storm basically right along the Gene Snyder and points down to the south. That's where we're watching for that stronger part of that storm moving throughout areas of Glen Mary, through Thixton, right along Taylorsville Road, right along Bardstown Road, on that county line of Jefferson County and Bullitt County, and also on the county line of Jefferson County into Spencer County. So this is where we're going to be watching most closely for the potential of some wind damage with this particular storm as it moves through. We know it has a ton of lightning in it, right? You can hear the thunder as well. So it's a noisy storm to say the least. But again, that severe thunderstorm warning does continue as that storm continues to push off to the south and to the east. So when we take a look at the big picture here, you'll notice as we put those warnings back on for you, well, we do have more shower and thunderstorm activity that is pushing throughout areas of Campbellsville, back across portions of Marion and Washington counties. The only warnings that we currently have are for the metro and then for areas of Spencer County and Bullitt County as well, for the potential of some strong winds and also the potential of some hail. But I would suspect it is mainly a wind threat. We are seeing some very healthy reflectivities here right along the Thixton area. I would say right here, right along Bardstown Bluff Road. Keep that in mind. This is right near Back Run Road, Markwell Lane, Waterford Road near North Bardstown Road into the Mount Washington area, right along Highway 44. It is absolutely booming here this morning. Seatonville, you're in on the action as well. Fisherville, you're outside the warning area. So you can see, although that warning still shows up for Highview, Newburgh, and Waterston Park, you're clear of this area at this time. But we're watching this storm as it continues to move through southern Jefferson County and then pushing into sections of Spencer County and Bullitt County at this time. So we're tracking that storm as it's continuing to move down to the south and to the east here. This is heading into the Wilsonville area, Whitfield, through Mount Washington, and also into Smithville, into Yoder in the next couple of minutes. This particular warning is going to continue until 11:30 for Spencer County and also for sections of Bullitt County and into Nelson County as well. So we're going to continue to monitor this. We are going to be tracking this storm as it continues to move throughout areas of Spencer County and Bullitt County. We'll be doing that online for you. You can always get a check of your weather, of course, by logging on to WLKY.com. At this point, it looks like our best opportunity of seeing that shower and thunderstorm activity will be confined to our morning hours. We're on the lookout for more shower and thunderstorm activity as we head into the afternoon hours in a very isolated basis. A few more storms for this evening. Again, this particular warning, the severe thunderstorm warning, does continue until 11:30. We'll continue to monitor it and let you know what's going on. But for right now, I'm going to send you back over to regular programming.